Hello, fellow lightworkers. Welcome to the July 2024 edition of the 5D Messages from Mount Shasta. I am Dr. Christina, intuitive guide and author. I have been posting monthly podcasts of channeled messages from Mount Shasta, root chakra of the planet, to inspire and support fellow lightworkers as we shift into a higher state of consciousness. Just as predicted, June was a high energy month, and all signs indicate that July will be as well. During the first week of June, we experienced a Gemini stellium, which means that many of our planets were in the sign of Gemini. We also experienced a new moon on the 6-6 portal. All of these aspects, combined with the solar flares, made the first week of June pretty impactful. I heard from so many lightworkers that they experienced some profound realizations and activations, which continued throughout the month. I am not sure if it's because my rising sign and Saturn are in Gemini, but that week was super intense for me as well. I connected with someone very special, and together we received powerful activations and clearings at various sites here at Mount Shasta. Although all the activations were pretty powerful, I believe the most incredible one occurred on the 6-6 portal, when we were hiking at Castle Crags. Castle Crags is one of the sacred sites here in the Mount Shasta area. I believe it to be a very powerful site. The domite structures tower over 6,000 feet and are over 200 million years old, much older than Mount Shasta. Some say that the Mount Shasta area was part of the lost continent of Lemuria. Lemuria was home to an advanced peaceful civilization that some say still reside within Mount Shasta in the fifth dimensional city called Talos. I believe that the wisdom of the Lemurians is etched into the dolomite structures at Castle Crags. For quite a while, I have been wanting to write a book about my stories. Although I have written it in bits and pieces, I seem to have faced many distractions, setbacks, and even doubts about writing it. However, I think I cleared this on the Castle Crags Trail. About 1 hour into the hike up to the dome, we approached a viewpoint where I experienced an amazing past life regression a few days prior. I was a Lemurian and I saw myself at the crags. The second time, I was hit with a huge energy that almost knocked me off my feet. The energy first penetrated my heart and then distributed throughout my body. I had this knowing that this bolt of energy cleared some karmic guilt that I did not realize I was carrying. So many thoughts flooded my mind. I realized that so many of my life choices, including the setbacks that I recently experienced, were because I was carrying guilt from previous lifetimes, and I was sabotaging myself. A few years ago, I read a fascinating book regarding past lives and astrology. A significant but oftentimes overlooked aspect of one's natal chart is the house placement of Saturn, which points us in the direction of what karma or major life lesson is to be resolved in our present lifetime. I think this is one of the most important astrological placements for anyone on a spiritual path. My Saturn is placed in the 12th house, which indicates the need for karmic review in this lifetime, which may partially explain why I regress spontaneously and often. It is also about letting go of karmic guilt. I was perplexed about the issue of guilt because I didn't think this was something I felt. However, now I realize that I was punishing myself unjustly and preventing myself from not only being happy, but stepping into my power and fulfilling my life's purpose. And I'm pretty sure I cleared this. Another interesting thing I encountered during those first 2 weeks of the month is that when I returned back to my daily routine after hiking and exploring these various sites and receiving such powerful activations, not only did I feel so much resistance, but I also felt such emotional reactions when I engaged in activities that I know are part of this old reality that I'm leaving behind. This was the first time I felt such a stark contrast between the blissful higher dimensional state and this drop back into the old 3D constructs. I feel like last month really shifted us further into a higher timeline. I heard from many others who are having a lot of difficulty and resistance to things that we know are part of this old reality. So if you've been feeling as though you cannot participate in the same things you used to and are having a challenging time, you are definitely not alone. I have a feeling that the next 2 portal days, 7/7 and 8/8, will be quite activating as well, and will provide us with more clarity as to our new roles in this new age and assist us in finally moving out of these old patterns. We ended June with the summer solstice and full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn represents responsibility and hard work. However, the shadow aspects of Capricorn are workaholism, materialism, and obtaining power at any cost. Full moons are all about illuminating and releasing things that no longer serve us. Our next full moon is also in Capricorn. It is highly unusual to have 2 full moons back to back in the same sign, which indicates a strong push to release the shadow aspects of Capricorn, individually and collectively, as well as whatever is blocking us from taking responsibility and putting in the work we signed up to accomplish in this new age. Keep in mind that Pluto, the planet of transformation, is currently retrograding in Aquarius and will make its final retrograde into Capricorn in September, which also coincides with the next eclipse season. These full moons are working in tandem with this energy to really transform the Capricorn structure in our lives, such as government, corporations, and the financial systems. With this last backtrack into Capricorn, this will hopefully be the final crumbling of these corrupt and antiquated systems, so that we may begin building a new system more aligned with this higher consciousness. The summer solstice also created a grand cross with Neptune, the planet of illusions and dreams, at 29 degrees of Pisces, which is the critical degree. As we enter into July, Neptune in Pisces will join both Pluto and Saturn in retrograde, which makes 3 of our 4 outer planets being in retrograde. Outer planets impact the collective, and retrogrades bring things up to the surface. With Saturn and Neptune being in retrograde in Pisces, as well as the summer solstice creating an aspect with Neptune, this may be indicating that the theme of the summer season is dissolving our collective illusions, as well as further illuminating and transmuting the shadow that was created during the age of Pisces. This is the time for us lightworkers to shine and step up with new information and innovations for this new age, and clear all the obstacles and illusions that are standing in our way from assisting in creating this new earth that we have been called to do in this lifetime. We are dissolving the illusion of a savior and understanding that no one is coming to save us. It is up to us to usher in this new earth. Additionally, on the 2nd, we will experience the Sirius Gateway, which is a highly charged time and one of the most powerful times of the year. When our sun conjuncts our spiritual sun, Sirius, this helps activate us and shift us into higher levels of spiritual awareness. Also important to note that our sun will square our lunar nodes on the 2nd as well. The lunar nodes, also known as the nodes of faith, is the energy we are working with during eclipse season. During this gateway, we will also experience the new moon in Cancer on the 5th, and we will close this gateway with the 7-7 portal. 7 is the spiritual number. Expect this week to be absolutely amazing. I plan to spend a lot of time on the mountain the first week of July. Then on the 21st, we will experience the next Capricorn full moon. As I'm looking ahead, it appears as though from here on out until the fall, the energy is going to be super activated. My recommendation for July is to once again focus on staying grounded because we have some intense energies headed our way. So let's keep shining the light and focusing on creating this new earth. If you'd like to know more, please make sure to follow me. You could also visit my website, Christina Psyd, that's Christina with a CH, PSYD, for more information regarding this collective evolution we are experiencing, as well as information regarding my book, The Journey of Discovering Inner Peace, which has many valuable tools that can be helpful in navigating this challenging yet amazing time. I'm so excited to be sharing another amazing month with all of you. Stay tuned for my next podcast in August. Sending all of you lots of love and light from the heart of Mount Shasta.